Okay, before we start, don't get me wrong, like we are blessed to be living in this country lah, like food, water, shelter. Some countries need to fight for this every single day. Yeah, so we should be thankful, you know, and not complain about our standard of living. So with all that being said, let's find out, what do Singaporeans hate about Singapore? What do you hate about Singapore?
Weather.
That was fast.
Yeah, it has to be weather. Like I've been sweating like every day.
Give me 20 degrees, I'll do anything for that.
Wear better stuff if it's colder, so.
Yeah, so like Singaporeans fashion is like limited because of the weather.
Yeah.
But you see some people just do wear it, like they don't care about the weather this way.
Yeah, I commend their effort. I would never do that. I would just melt.
If you had a choice to move to any country in the world, where would it be?
Maybe Australia, I've been there once.
Same, yeah, but I've never been there.
Maybe like UK. I mean, UK seems pretty like cold. I guess the people there are nice. I hope. I'm pretty sure like places like London are quite rainy, which I don't really mind since like it's cold. Like it's better than Singapore, so.
Don't you think like they would want our weather?
Yeah, I would think so. Good for them, but I just can't. I would die.
I'd say like the grass is always greener on the other side, so like if they haven't experienced like our hot weather, they would probably want it. But like honestly, I would still prefer like rainy weather than this. Yeah. Sorry
to disturb you guys. Are you making a TikTok? Oh wait, 7, 5, 6, go, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What's one thing right you hate about Singapore?
We love Singapore, it's great.
No, just say anything like okay.
Hot weather. Yeah, the hot weather. Yeah.
Weather.
And it's
Weather.
very hot.
Maybe that some places are not as developed as other places.
Okay, like example?
Wait, no, that might be a bit insulting. When we went on our culture walk for our school,
Okay.
there was a Little India.
Okay.
But that one I don't really see a problem because that one is to keep up culture.
Right.
It's just as a general statement, it's just that like people live in different parts, so they would want their places as developed as possible.
So why do you hate that?
I wouldn't say I exactly hate it. I just feel like it's not fair for like all the Singaporeans.
If you could move to any country in the world, where would you move to?
Korea. China.
Australia.
Australia. Why Australia?
I don't know, I just like the place.
Okay. You've been?
No.
Wait, what did you say?
Korea.
Korea. Why Korea?
Oh, because I like Korean food, I like K-pop, and I watch K-drama.
Right. But like, there's like bad stuff about Korea. So like, whatever you see like online, right, is the good stuff.
Yeah, I know.
So,
It's just. Wait, are you talking about going there to like live there permanently?
Yes.
Oh, then I want to go to China too. Because firstly, China stuff are really cheap and they're good quality. And that is true. You can support that statement, right?
Yes.
Oh yes, and the food are also really nice. And yeah, I think I've gone there before. It was really nice. I like the weather too.
How about like the people in Singapore?
Everybody is nice.
Yeah, but sometimes
Yeah.
questionable
Sometimes the what?
habits. There's questionable habits.
Yeah.
Like what?
Like you know the XMM 小妹妹 and
Yeah.
YP culture. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you don't like that kind of?
Kind of weird.
I mean, it depends on the person, but most people don't like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey yo, rap time. My name is Simran. What do you hate about Singapore?
Probably the standard of living too high.
Too high.
Everything is expensive, so our quality of life is not so good.
If you were able to move to any country in the world, where would it be?
I would say Malaysia is a good country, quite chill, with a lot of places to go, and the standard of living is better than here.
Yeah, we should ask older people. They have more insights. What's one thing you hate about Singapore?
Cost of living.
Cost of living.
Yeah,
What about it?
I think it's pretty much quite expensive lah, honestly lah. So to me, I think that is the only thing so far I find that the expenses lah.
Might be a bit lamer than his. Mine is just the weather.
The weather. What about it?
Really hot, especially right now in like these few months, and especially like the month of May. It's been really scorching hot. So that's the only thing I hate about Singapore. But apart from that, pretty good.
So you don't mind the cost of living?
I mean, we are in charge of ourselves, right? So if you know that the cost of living is expensive, you gotta prepare for it. The cost of living is really more of what you can do about it. And I think that like what he's saying, right, if you're able to work for it, work around it, I don't think that's much of an issue.
If you could move to any country in the world, where would it be?
If I could move to any country in the world, that would be maybe Japan. I think it's a pretty interesting place with a lot of cultures, and I think the food, the scenic views. I'm more of a nature person, so I like to go. So that would be one country I would consider settling down.
Same actually. I was also thinking about Japan. The first thing that you asked a question, that was the first thing that came to my mind as well.
Very nice. Japan. You want to go Japan? Why? I know why you are going to Japan, you dirty, dirty fellow, eh? You dirty boy. What's something you hate about Singapore?
The weather.
I think other countries got other place to play lah, but then Singapore very less lor. Yeah, very small.
Limited lah.
Yeah, limited.
If you could live in any other country in the world, where would it be?
China.
China. Cause Singapore don't have like snow, and then but China they will have snow, and then the food there is quite nice. Yeah.
My relatives are there.
What's one thing you hate about Singapore?
The 991 bus. Why do you have to come late every time I need to go tuition? I will leave my house 15 minutes earlier and then have to wait 15 minutes more just for the bus to come.
Wow, that's very specific. Grab ah?
PAP? No, I'm not rich.
Okay, so Grab is for the rich.
No, Grab is for people who got money.
Personally, for me, I feel one thing I hate about Singapore is mainly the education system. It's quite taxing, especially on us students, teenagers, kids. Like at such a young age, we already have to grasp the idea that okay, you have to study well. If not, in the future, you're gonna be a garbage uncle or something like that. Which I don't think is true. Because at the end of the day, your academics don't matter. It's your will to put in the motivation, do what you want to do. At the end of the day, that is what it matters. At the end of the day, even though personally for me, it's quite taxing. But for the government, I know they're already trying to do something.
Vote for John Hywan for president 2024. I don't know.
24 what? Okay, so how about you? Nothing? Singapore perfect.
So far it's fine.
If you could move to any country in the world, where would it be? Move out like permanent, live there. Okay, you know problem, so you can stay in Singapore. How about you?
If it's more of like something I personally want for myself, it'll be of course Japan. The weather there is nice. It's a really nice place to be there. The vibe is totally different, especially compared to Singapore.
How about you?
You answer.
We'll go to Korea together.
Together, Korea.
Yes, we're gonna see BTS every day.
They got 991.
Oh, better than 991. I hope, yeah.
Thank you so much. Have a nice day. What's one thing you hate about Singapore?
One thing I hate about Singapore, very competitive. I mean, like school and everything, you know, everyone wants to be the first. You want to achieve something. Why are you laughing? Yeah. Then I'm very stressed. Yeah.
Wow. I don't know.
Is that perfect? Singapore is quite perfect.
Yeah. Not bad.
Really? Okay.
Alright, continue.
Okay, if you could move to another country for the rest of your life, you can live anywhere in the world, where would it be?
I wouldn't. Personally, I wouldn't. Yeah, I feel like I would rather stay in Singapore. It's more comfortable, safer for me. Like I see the world outside like a bit CMI, you know.
I think the same thing actually. Cause here it's just feel safe lah. It just feels safer here than any other country.
I mean, if I was forced to move somewhere, I would say like Switzerland. Because I think over there, it's like very open and I get to like beautiful scenery, you know. Then I can relax and de-stress. Like what I said, Singapore is very competitive. But I feel there it's like I can take my mind off things, you know.
What's your opinion on him moving to Switzerland?
Good luck, man.
What do you hate about Singapore?
Sometimes they are very strict. They are not open to discover, to change the path. Okay, but this is the only thing that for Europeans it can be a little bit, weird. No, for us.
What's one thing you hate about Singapore?
So hot, and the taxi is so fucking expensive. The bus take too long.
To arrive or to travel?
To arrive.
To arrive.
Why do you have to come late every time I need to go tuition?
Fuck the moving to another country. We want to know what people hate about Singapore.
Maybe overcrowded, overpopulation for Singapore.
To compensate for the size, it's not really.
Yeah, like when you went to the mall, it's too overcrowded.
Especially now as the COVID restrictions.
Government.
What's wrong with the government?
How they run things, the economy and everything.
The weather. I think weather too.
Probably the stress level. Working, studying, trying to afford to pay for the high prices around here.
Sometimes I feel like it's a bit difficult to voice my opinions without facing repercussions. I think it happens like everywhere, whether it's institutions like school or like working with government agencies, etc.
Well, people are looking at me like crazy, bro. I swear to God. People think I'm fucking crazy. Okay, stop. Off.